Sunny skies down here in Long Beach, California, as we welcome you to Blair Field, home of the Long Beach Coast, as your defending champion. Oakland Ballers pack up their bags and head south for 3 games once more against this Long Beach Coast squad. It's your Oakland Ballers and the Long Beach Coast. Game one of this 3 game road series coming up next, right here on Ballers Radio. And good evening, everyone. I'm Gareth Kwok. Thanks for tuning in on Ballers Radio, whether you're tuning in through our YouTube channel or through the Home Team Network. Well, the Ballers have had a very difficult start to this first week of the second half. A winless week for the Ballers after being swept by Long Beach here at Blair Field and then being swept by Modesto at home. It's the first 6 game losing streak of the season, and it's the first 6 game losing streak in team history for the Ballers as they are 0-6 to start this second half. And simply put, the Ballers have just been outplayed through the first 6 games of this second half. Again, 2 tough opponents, Long Beach and Modesto. Long Beach has already clinched a first half playoff spot. Modesto was a contender for most of the first half before fading that final week of the first half, but still firmly in the mix. And the Ballers have simply just been outplayed really on every facet of the game. Pitching, hitting, defense, they have been outplayed. And it doesn't help that Tremaine Cobb, the shortstop, remains out. He did not travel with the team here to Long Beach for this road trip. He was placed on the injured list on Friday, retroactive to Friday. So he will be out for at least this week. And the soonest he could be activated would be next week when we are up in Yuba. So the Ballers will have to operate without their star shortstop and the heartbeat of this team for at least this week against Long Beach, and then when we return home to Boise. The Ballers are looking for some success against this Coast squad. Long Beach has defeated Oakland in 8 consecutive games, and they have not won here at Blair Field. The Ballers have been playing much better baseball against this Coast squad as of late. The games have been more competitive, but Long Beach sweeping Oakland in the series last week. It felt like through the first 5 or 6 innings, even 7 innings, the Ballers would either be in the lead or in a close contest with this Long Beach squad before eventually a couple of plays and a couple of pitches would go Long Beach's way. And credit Long Beach, they have punished Oakland for little mistakes, whether it's an extra free base or a walk or an error. Even those little things are magnified against this Coast squad, and they have made them pay with some big innings. So they'll have to do a better job of minimizing those errors this week and tonight for the Ballers. Our 2 pitchers brewing pitching matchup for tonight. For Oakland, it's the right-hander Hunter Day who gets the ball for his second straight start against this Coast squad in as many starts. Did pretty well against Long Beach the last time he faced them. 5 innings, 3 runs, 3 hits. 5 innings, 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts in the loss. He will face the right-hander Jack Martin, who Oakland saw last Tuesday. Long Beach is operating with a 6-man rotation in this second half to keep the arms fresh. So Martin will get the ball. He was the winning pitcher with 6 strong innings, 2 earned runs allowed, and a quality start. And he will face this Baller squad for a 5th time this season. When we come back here on the Ballers pregame show, I had the chance to catch up with the starting pitcher from Saturday, Griffin Smith, the rookie out of Washington State, who turned in his best start as a pro in a losing effort. We catch up with Griffin, get his thoughts on how pro ball is going since he finished his college career at Washington State. That conversation's coming up next with the right-hander Griffin Smith when we come back here on the Ballers pregame show right here on Ballers Radio. Welcome back to the Ballers pregame show. Gareth Kwok alongside the starting right-handed pitcher Griffin Smith, who delivered his best start on Saturday against Modesto. Griffin, it looked like your best start. Did it feel that way to you?
Yes, definitely. I kind of felt control the whole outing and threw a lot of strikes and let the guys behind me make a lot of plays.
What in particular worked the best for you with your pitches?
I would say my changeup. That was our game plan going in, was to throw a lot of changeups, and I did that, and it worked to a T.
How was it getting to work with Tyler Lozano, who was assuming 9 different roles in the ballpark, but of course he started with you as your battery mate?
It was awesome. He's a fun guy to be around, and obviously in his one outing of catching, he put on a show back there. So yeah, I was glad to have him back there.
I mean, what's your reaction when the guy's running, trying to steal second, and you see Tilo show off the arm there?
I honestly didn't have too many expectations for him, and when he threw it and it looked like a competitive play, I was pretty excited, and then the umpire called him out, and I was pretty hyped for him.
And then he had a clever ABS challenge, too, to go along with it.
Yeah, I didn't really agree with his challenge, and then it got overturned, and I was more than thrilled to get that call overturned.
Are you someone that lets the catcher do those ABS challenges, or will you intervene at times if you think you got it right?
Yeah, I don't think I'll challenge a pitch this year, but maybe. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, how did this whole opportunity come about? I believe you had gone home to your home state of Wisconsin after your collegiate career ended at Washington State. How did this whole opportunity originate?
Yeah, so like you said, I finished my college career in about the end of May, and I was kind of just hanging around trying to figure out what was next. And our operations guy gave me a couple teams. A couple teams reached out, and Oakland was the first to send me the contract. So I drove all my stuff home and then stayed about a week and then came back out to Oakland.
Were you willing to go really anywhere for the indie ball opportunity?
Yeah, I was pretty open. I didn't have too many expectations, and I'm glad Oakland was the final team.
What's been your first impressions of professional baseball and being with the Ballers?
It's been a blast so far. It's a lot of different experiences, a lot of different people I got to meet, and overall the experience has been awesome.
Well, 2 years at junior college, then 2 years at Washington State. How would you sum up your college career, and how do you think it turned out?
Looking back at my 4 years, I'm pretty proud of myself. If you were to tell my 12-year-old self my career, I would be pretty astonished. So I think that's something to always go back and look on.
What for you went into decision making to choose Washington State and play up in Pullman?
I did my 2 years of JUCO and had a couple schools in the Midwest reaching out, and I'd been from the Midwest my whole life, so I thought some change would be nice. And I went on my visit in Pullman and really loved it, so I committed on the spot.
What have you made of the West Coast between the Pacific Northwest and now with the Ballers in the Bay Area?
I definitely like it. The weather's much nicer out here, I'll tell you that.
Griffin Smith is our guest here on the Ballers pregame show. Well, you're from Appleton, Wisconsin, which is not that far away from Green Bay. Is that right?
Correct, yes.
So you must be a pretty big Green Bay Packers fan.
Oh, yeah, a big Packer fan.
How many games have you gone to in your life?
I think 4 or 5.
Okay. Have you braved out the cold in some of those games?
Oh, yeah, I've been some 10-degree weather games, so yeah, it's pretty cold.
What's it like being out there at Lambeau? Is it what everyone says it is?
Yeah, you're not too focused on being cold. I'll tell you that. More the fans and the game, obviously.
Taking in the scenery.
Of course.
Well, Griffin, we appreciated seeing you pitch on Saturday, and we're looking forward to many more solid outings moving forward. Thanks again for the time.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's Griffin Smith with us here on the Ballers pregame show. Back after this here on Ballers Radio. We are just a few moments away from first pitch on this warm Tuesday night in Long Beach. It's the Ballers and the Coast getting all set for game one of this three-game road series and the seventh game of this second half for your Ballers. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. They are presented to you by Rubenstein. Leading off for Oakland is the center fielder Isai Santos. Batting second is the catcher Jaden Kalora. Hitting third is the third baseman Jake Allgaier. Jeter Ibarra, the Pioneer League's home run leader and team's batting average and RBI leader, hits fourth and is at first base. Noah Blythe, the Santa Clarita native, bats fifth and is in right field. The rookie Tristan Moore makes his pro debut, just signed today by the Ballers out of Point Loma Nazarene. He hits sixth and is in left field. Paul Windland, the former Coast infielder, DHs and bats seventh. Nick Leahy, the second baseman, bats eighth, and batting ninth is the shortstop, Brendan O'Sullivan. Once again, that's Santos, Kalora, Allgaier, Ibarra, Blythe, Moore, Windland, Leahy, and O'Sullivan for the Ballers, who come into this game with a record of 22-32, 0-6 in this second half, and they have lost 6 in a row, which is their longest losing streak of the season. Here's the starting lineup for Long Beach, as announced by Troy Percival. Eddie Pelk, the left fielder, leads off. Patrick Roche, the shortstop, hits second. Cooper Vest is the designated hitter, hitting third. Emilio Corona, the center fielder, bats fourth. Cuba Bess, the first baseman, bats fifth. Jacob Jablonski, the second baseman, bats sixth. Easton Jones, a rookie out of BYU, hits seventh and is at third base. Johnny Pappas, the catcher, hits eighth. And another rookie, Robert Pitts, makes his pro debut out of UC Riverside. He bats ninth and is in right. Once again, that's Pelk, Roche, Vest, Corona, Bess, Jablonski, Jones, Pappas, and Pitts for the Coast. As the Coast have taken the field in their home whites for today, teal caps, LBC, the lettering across the hats, and Long Beach in teal across the chest in capital letters, blue numbers on the back. Here's a defense for the Coast tonight as they align Eddie Pelk in left, Emilio Corona in center. The right fielder is Robert Pitts. Easton Jones at third base, Patrick Roche at short, Jacob Jablonski at second, and Cuba Bess is at first. Behind the plate doing the catching is Johnny Pappas. For tonight's starting right-hander, it's the 24-year-old from Annandale, New Jersey, Jack Martin, who makes his 10th start of the year and his 5th against the Ballers. A 5-0 record in 48 and a third innings. He has struck out 38 and he has walked only 19. It's a 4.66 ERA for the former Division III right-hander out of Ramapo College, where he pitched there for 3 years. He has had mostly success against the Ballers, and he'll look to do it once more for a 5th start. As Isai Santos stands in the lefty box, and we are all set to begin this 3-game road trip here in Long Beach once again. The Ballers hoping to win their first game in Long Beach this season. First pitch to Isai is a fastball on the outside for a called strike one. First pitch delivered at 6:34 p.m. local time. Martin is standing in the sun, his 0-1. Fastball low and in, 1 ball and 1 strike. The mound is slightly exposed to the sun, while the plate and about half the infield from third base to first base in the shade. 1-1. Santos pops it up off the hands, out of play, and it's 1-2. Martin started last against Oakland last Tuesday. It was the first game out of the All-Star break. He threw 6 innings, allowed 4 runs, only 2 earned on 7 hits. 1-2. Santos stays alive as he gets a piece of that breaking ball. Just 2 walks, 3 strikeouts for Martin. Long Beach has done very well whenever he starts. They have won 7 of his 9 starts this year. 1-2. Santos whacks it foul into the screen, and the count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jaden Clora and Jake Allgaier to follow. The 1-2 pitch to Santos is a breaking ball low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our game time temperature, very comfortable. 81 degrees, a slight breeze. 2-2. Popped up. Third baseman Jones doesn't see it. Pelk, the left fielder, doesn't see it. And it actually lands foul into the third base stands. Right now, the sun shining down on the left side of the field. There's a nasty glare for the third baseman and the left fielder. 2-2. Breaking ball misses inside, and it's a full count on Santos with Calora on deck. Three-two pitch. Santos sends a fly ball into shallow right center. The center fielder Corona comes in to make the catch, and that's how this game gets started. One away for Jaden Calora. Calora sliding up to the 2 spot in the lineup today. Santos has been in the leadoff spot since Tremaine Conway. First pitch to Calora is a breaking ball on the outside for a called strike, 0-1. Cobb was placed on the injured list retroactive to Friday, so he'll be out for at least the next 10 days, 0-1. Fastball, outside corner, taken for strike 2, 0-2. The Ballers will have to operate without their star shortstop for at least this week. He could be eligible to come off the IL for the next road trip in Yuba Sutter next week. No balls, 2 strikes on Calora. Martin deals, and Calora takes inside with the fastball, 1-2. Inning 346, 6 home runs, 36 runs batted in for the rookie, Calora. He is behind the dish catching today. 1-2. Foul back towards the left of the screen. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Calora. Connor Smith caught the last 3 days for Oakland. 1-2. Flied to left, hit well. Pelk was playing towards the line, and he runs it down in the gap for the second out. Well, with 2 strikes, he was positioned near the left field line, and that ball was hit towards the gap. But Pelk, with his speed, runs it down. There's 2 away. Jake Allgaier, the switch hitting third baseman, now digs in. First pitch is a fastball knee high for a called strike 1. Our umpires for today, Joe Shields behind the play calls balls and strikes. Scott Ginger, the crew chief, is at first base. And Brandon Hastings is at third. 0-1. Swing and a miss on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-2. Martin operates with a fastball that sits in the low 90s, 90 to 91 on average. A slider, changeup, and a very rare curveball for Martin in his arsenal. 2 outs, base is empty, no score, just underway here in Long Beach. Allgaier hitting .320 this year, 9 homers, 38 batted in. 0-2, fastball inside, 1-2 on Allgaier. Yesterday against Modesto, 1 for 5 with a 9th inning double to extend his on-base streak to 9 games. 1-2, fouled off the hands into the screen. Still 1-2. Fifth series meeting Between these two sides, Long Beach and Oakland. 1-2. Allgaier pokes it foul off to the left. And the count stays 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Long Beach has won every series thus far, all 4, including back-to-back sweeps. 1-2. Inside with a heater. Oh, it actually nicked Allgaier's elbow guard, and he will be granted first base. It just grazed the elbow guard, and it's a 2-out base runner for Oakland here in the first. Allgaier didn't hesitate after seeing that pitch hit the elbow guard. And the umpire, Joe Shields, didn't waste any time, too. There was no discussion, no debate. Take first base. Here's Ibarra. First pitch to the slugger is a strike down the middle, 0-1. The Pioneer League's home run leader with 22 this year. The team's batting average and RBI leader as well. 0-1. Swinging a line drive in the right field, down for a hit. Allgaier turns the corner, heads for third. The throw from right is cut off by the shortstop Roche. And a 2-out single for Ibarra extends his team-long hitting streak to 21 games. Comes into this ball game hitting .429 over his last 20. And the men on the corners with 2 out for Noah Blythe. He's just been so locked in all season long, and especially over the last 20 games. Now on a 21-game hit streak. Here's Noah Blythe. First pitch. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Pappas for strike 1. No score. Ballers threatening in the top of the first. Allgaier's at third. Ibarra at first. 2 outs. Martin's 0-1. And a check swing and a miss on the high fastball. And the count moves to 0-2. Blythe hitting .310. 8 home runs. 36 runs batted in. Southern California native who grew up in Santa Clarita, north of LA. Martin holds the 0-2. Fastball high and outside, 1-2. Well, at the very least, they are making Martin work in this first inning. Someone who has traditionally gone deep in starts. Always a good 5 or 6 innings from Martin. 1-2. Fly ball, shallow hit, right field. It's Pitts, the right fielder, who camps behind the ball and makes the catch. And the inning is over. Ballers strand a pair at the corners. And we head to the bottom of the first. 0-0 our score. When we return, Hunter Day takes him out for the Ballers here on Ballers Radio. No score. Last of the first after the Ballers stranded a pair on the corners in the top of the first. Here's the defense for Oakland today. Tristan Moore, the rookie, is in left field. Isai Santos in center. Noah Blythe in right. And And on the infield, Jake Allgaier at third base, Brendan O'Sullivan at short, Nick Leahy at second, Jeter Ibarra at first. And behind the plate doing the catching is Jaden Colora for tonight's starting right-hander. It's the Richfield, Minnesota native, 24 years of age, Hunter Day, who takes the mound and deals the first to Eddie Pelk. And it's a fastball outside for ball one. Day, 24 years of age, 6'2", 190 pounds, and he is making his fifth start of the year. The pitch finds the inside corner with a fastball for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Pelk. Sixth outing, fifth start, 1-1. Pelk smokes it into right center field for a base hit. And this one will roll all the way to the wall. Pelk is flying around second, and he's going to hold there with a leadoff double. Eddie Pelk, top 10 in the Pioneer League in batting average. Enters the game hitting .388, and it's a leadoff double for Long Beach to bring up Patrick Roche. Day has been with the team for about a month after signing with the club on June 22nd. Made his debut 3 days later against Modesto in relief and has slotted in a role in the rotation for Jimmy Dietrich. First pitch to Roche is a fastball low and outside for ball one. Someone who has provided some good length to this rotation. Looks at second, 0-1. Roche hits a bouncer up the middle into center, a base hit. Pelk rounds third. He comes home and scores. And the Coast, just 2 batters in, have a 1-0 lead. A hard hit grounder up the middle, sneaks through, and Patrick Roche collects his 35th RBI of the year. 1-0 Long Beach, just 2 batters into the game. Day, who has gone 5 or more innings in 3 of his 4 starts, as he deals the first pitch ball low to Vest, the lefty, 1-0. Still looking for his first win, though, as a baller. Holds at the belt, 1-0. Fastball is low. 2 balls, no strikes. The Ballers have won 2 of his 4 starts this year. Did not win the last one against Long Beach last Wednesday. 2-0. Vest takes outside. He takes a strike. Changeup on the outside that looked outside. Certainly a pitcher's strike. 2-1 to Vest. Hitting .320, 10 homers, 61 batted in. 2-1. Swing and a miss. On the changeup, that's Hunter's best secondary pitch. That changeup running away from lefties. It's 2-2. Emilio Corona, the center fielder, waits on deck. Holds at the belt. He lifts the leg. 2-2. Fly ball, left field, towards the corner. Moore at the warning track, leaps and makes the catch up against the wall. And Roche hustles back to first on a nice play from the rookie Moore, who's making his pro debut. Just signed with the Ballers today out of Point Loma Nazarene. And then a ball hit near the corner. First time playing in this ballpark. Gains feel for the wall and then leaps to make the catch and rob Vest of potential extra bases. 1 out for Emilio Corona. First pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is high. Calora's throw down to second. On target, the tag, and they got him. Roche took off on the first pitch. The pitch was high, and it was a fastball, almost like a pitch out for Calora to set the feet and fire a chest-high strike to Leahy at second. And Roche is caught stealing for only the second time this year. 1-0. Corona swings and misses half-heartedly on a slider, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. .344 batter, 14 homers, 58 batted in. Day misses outside with a fastball. It's 2-1. Long Beach leads 1-0. 2 outs, bases empty in the bottom of the first. Day turns and throws, and Corona hooks it foul. Heads up Troy Gloss, his third base coach. 2-2. Day on Wednesday against Long Beach threw 5 innings, allowed 3 runs on 4 hits with 3 walks and 4 strikeouts in the losing effort. From the windup, the 2-2. Slider misses high, and it's a full count. Day pitched 3 scoreless, hitless innings to begin that day. No pun intended. For giving up a couple in the fourth. 3-2. Corona hits a sharp ground ball, but it's right at the first baseman, Ibarra, who stabs it to his left and then walks over to the bag and takes it himself to end the inning. A run in on 2 hits for Long Beach on the RBI single from Roche. We head to the second. 1-0 Long Beach here on Ballers Radio. Top of the second inning, 1-0 Long Beach, our score. And it's time now for our Caltrans keys to the game. My keys for today, number 1, be detail-oriented. If you give any little mistake to this Long Beach squad, whether it's a free base, an error, or a wild pitch, they will make you pay. So the Ballers need to be detail-oriented today on all sides of the baseball. And offensively, specifically, just let it fly. As Tristan Moore tries to let it fly on the first pitch he sees as a pro, and he fouls it off down the left field line for strike 1. If the Ballers can be aggressive and let it fly and not let Martin dictate the at-bat, I think they should have some more success today. Here's the 0-1. That's a fastball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Our keys to the game presented once again by Caltrans. The rookie on the point, Loma Nazarene. The San Diego native, Moore, stands in the lefty box. 1-1. Swing and a miss. He chases a high fastball. It's 1-2. 24-year-old who just signed with the Ballers today. Wrapped up a 6-year college career at Division II Point Loma Nazarene, which was the same school that Isai Santos attended in his last year. 1-2. Swing and a miss. And Moore goes down swinging on the high heats. One away for Paul Winland, Jr. A couple of Long Beach teammates, former teammates, facing off. First pitch from Martin. Swing and a miss on the changeup. 0-1. Winland, who was, of course, a member of the Coast for only about a month before he was placed on waivers. 0-1. Flied foul off to the left. 0-2. played in just 15 games for the Coast. He was hurt and placed on the injured list for about 2 weeks, from June 6th through the 20th. And the Ballers claimed him on June 25th. 0-2, breaking ball, clips the outside corner for a called strike 3. So Martin makes quick work of his former teammate Winland by painting the outside corner with a slider. 2 outs, base is empty. 1-0 Coast lead for Leahy. Leahy batting 8th and serving as the second baseman for today. Swings and misses at the first pitch fastball. It's a foul tip for strike 1. 288 batter, 9 home runs, 32 batted in for the second-year baller. Martin winds 0-1. Fastball high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yesterday, Leahy walked twice and collected a pair of hits. 1-1. Leahy fouls it back, and it's 1-2. Brendan O'Sullivan waiting on deck for Oakland. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball lifted into right. Hit fairly well, but Robert Pitts has it measured just shy of the track, and he makes the catch to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down in the second inning for Jack Martin. And we head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 Coast on Ballers Radio. Heffernan Insurance Brokers has been helping people make smart decisions since day one, offering business insurance, personal home and auto, employee benefits, and retirement and wealth management. Make a smart decision for your business or family today. Visit Heffernan Insurance Brokers online at hefins.com. Here is Cuba Bess, the first baseman for today. He flies the first pitch foul down the left field line for strike 1, 0-1. Feels like every time we read this Heffernan Insurance Brokers read, we really have to enunciate, because, boy, there are some words that can mess me up. So a foul back into the backstop. No balls and 2 strikes. It's 1-0 Long Beach in the last of the second. Insurance, however many times. And decision. 0-2. Bess fouls it off to his left. And the count remains 0-2. It's just something about, I don't know, insurance, and then when you pair it up with other words, you just have to enunciate. 0-2. Bess rolls it to first. Backhanded by Ibarra. He underhands to Day, the pitcher covering, who steps on the bag. And there's one gone. Here's the switch hitting second baseman Jacob Jablonski. There is a notable name absent from the lineup for Long Beach, and that's Matthew Barnwell. Barnwell is out for at least this week or so as Jablonski checks his swing on the first pitch breaking ball, and he goes around for strike one. He was hit by a pitch back on Saturday. The 0-1 misses a little low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hit by a pitch in the face. Left the game, and he's going to be out for some time. Good changeup gets Jablonski to swing and miss, and it's 1-2. So Barnwell was hit by a pitch in the face on Saturday. He will not play this week against the Ballers. The 1-2 from Day. Changeup is high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a big bat missing. I mean, at the very least, does not appear to be a long-term issue or injury for Barnwell. 2-2. Changeup grounded foul down the first base line. Because that's a big bat missing from the lineup. But for Long Beach, luckily they have a wealth of talent that they can go to. Added a couple of players to the roster. 2-2. Jablonski takes just a bit outside and low with a changeup. 3-2. Barnwell, who has 58 runs batted in, 10 home runs. Day works quickly. Full count pitch is swung on him as strike 3. He gets him on a down and in slider. It would have been ball 4. And Jablonski could not hold up on the check swing. First strikeout for Hunter Day, and there's 2 down for the rookie Easton Jones. Jones, 22 years of age, from Orem, Utah. Right-handed bat, first pitch is outside for ball 1. Day sort of tumbled off the mound. His landing spot looked odd that time. 1-0. He gets the ball right back. He's on the bump. 1-0. Jones takes a fastball on the low outside corner for strike 1. Played 4 seasons at BYU. Cooper Vest was his teammate for 3 of those seasons. 1-1. Jones takes a fastball outside, 2-1. And he signed with the team on Sunday. Came in around 11 a.m. for a 1 o'clock game. 2-1. Inside with a slider, 3 balls and a strike. And next thing you know, he's in the lineup for Troy Percival and making his pro debut on very short notice. Here's a 3-1. Fastball misses low for ball 4. It's a 2-out walk, and it'll bring Pappas to the plate. Ahmad Harajali's Ballers debut was pretty similar. A long travel day for Ahmad, where he flew in from Detroit, stuck on the tarmac for 2 hours. First pitch to Pappas. Fastball is in, ball 1. Before eventually making his way to LAX, Ubering to the stadium. But he did show up with time to spare. At the belt high set, 1-0. Fastball high, 2-0. And for at least him, being a bullpen guy, he could have some time to settle in before eventually making his Ballers debut. 2-0 fastball is called a strike at the top of the zone, and we have a challenge from Pappas, who thought the pitch was high.
After review, the call has been overturned to a ball.
The call's been overturned. The pitch was high. So it's 3-0 on Pappas. Robert Pitts, the 9-hitter, waits on deck. 3-0. Fastball right down the pipe, called a strike, 3-1. With a lot of players in the Pioneer League, when your name is called and when you arrive, you better be ready to play. 3-1. Pappas, it's a hard grounder to short. It's collected by O'Sullivan on the short hop, who throws to second for the lead out, and the inning is over. A 2-out walk, stranded by Day, and we go to the third. It's Long Beach 1, Oakland nothing, here on Ballers Radio. Top three here from Blair Field in Long Beach. Hope everybody is enjoying a nice start to the week. The final full week of July. First pitch to O'Sullivan is flared in the shallow center, and that drops in for a base hit. O'Sullivan continues to see the ball well this month after hitting his first pro homer yesterday. Not yesterday, but it was Sunday against Modesto. And he's aboard for Isai Santos in the top of the lineup. Santos flying out to center in his first at-bat. First pitch from Martin is a slider off the outside for ball one. Well, I guess next week is a full week of July with the exception of that Saturday. 1-0. Santos takes high with a breaker, 2-0. August 1st will be here before you know it. It's 2-0. The pitch. Fastball clips the outside for a called strike. 2-1 on Santos. 305 batter coming into the day. 9 home runs. 36 batted in for the Ballers center fielder. 2-1. Runner goes. Santos bloops it into right, a base hit. It's a hit and run that sends O'Sullivan to third, and he reaches there standing. Aaron Miles likes to execute the hit and run in hitters counts, and that was a hitter's count, 2-1. O'Sullivan took a peek as he was running, and Santos swung away and blooped it into shallow right field for a single. And the Ballers have men on the corners with nobody out for Jaden Calora. Seems like the last, 3 or 4 hit and runs called by Aaron have worked successfully. Here's Calora. First pitch is a changeup at the top of the zone for a called strike one. We definitely had 2 during the Long Beach series last week. And there might have been 1 during that Modesto weekend. 0-1. Calora leaves it outside with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Calora. The infield is back with the exception of third. Jones is about halfway in, even with the bag. 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside corner. Looked at for strike 2. And we have a challenge from Calora. Thought the pitch was outside.
After review, the red pocket number strikes on the challenge. The pitch has been confirmed for a strike.
Pitch has been confirmed. So Oakland loses its first challenge. 1 left for the rest of the game. 1-2 with Allgaier on deck. Santos with his lead at first base. Martin comes home, and Calora swings and misses at a curveball for strike 3. So a rare curveball from Martin, and Calora swung right underneath it. Here comes Allgaier now with 1 down. Three strikeouts for Martin. Collected the strikeout in a strikeout situation. Now it's Allgaier. He's got to put the ball in play. First pitch is swung on and missed. The fastball foul tipped into Pappas' glove for strike 1. Well, it can't be just any ball in play. It's got to be preferably in the air. O'Sullivan's speed will be enough to get him home. 0-1. Fastball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Allgaier was hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance against Martin on a fastball that grazed his elbow guard. 1-1. Allgaier hits a fly ball, shallow left. Pelk charges in, makes the catch. It's not deep enough to get O'Sullivan home as the throw bounces to the third baseman, Jones. So 2 non-productive outs from Oakland with men on the corners. And they are going to intentionally walk Ibarra to load the bases for Blythe. Troy Percival wants no part of Ibarra in this spot, and it's hard to blame him for that decision. A very understandable decision. And can Noah Blythe perhaps take it personally? Bases loaded, 2 out. First pitch from Martin is bounced weakly. The third, Jones is going to tag Santos, and the inning is over. Ballers had men on the corners with nobody out. They do not score, and they strand the bases loaded in the top of the third. Bottom 3 coming up. It's 1-0 Coast on Ballers Radio. Robert Pitts, the left fielder, leads off for Long Beach. He swings at the first pitch and rolls it softly to third. Allgaier, who is playing in, throws him out for the first out of the third. 1-0 Coast, our score. Oakland stranded, the bases loaded in the top of the third, as Eddie Pelk stands in the lefty box for the Coast. When Ballers have really struggled with runners in scoring position to start this second half. First pitch, Pelk takes a fastball on the outside for strike one. Right now they are 14. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. So far in this game, they are 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position, which now means in this second half, they're now batting .222 with runners in scoring position. Ouch. 0-2. Pelk grounds it softly to first, but it's foul. And even then, in the first half, that clip was at around 290 or so. But 222 to start the second half, not a good average. Here's a foul off to the left by Pelk. Count remains 0-2 on the Long Beach leadoff man, who singled back in the first inning off day. From the windup, the 0-2. Pelk stares at the ball low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pat Roach, the shortstop, is on deck. Day turns, the 1-2. Pelk flies a ball into left center. Moore, the left fielder, took an odd route, reaches up, and he caught it. On the warning track, not the prettiest routes in the sun, but he reaches up to make the catch before falling on his belly out in deep left center. Very nicely done by the rookie Moore. Sort of broke in and then realized that ball was going to go over his head, so then adjusted at the last second before reaching up on a high backhand to make the catch before falling onto his tummy. 2 outs for Pat Roche. Shortstop takes a slider outside for ball 1. Long Beach holds a 1-0 lead, last of the third. Roche singled home Pelk in the first. 1-0. Slider is outside, 2-0. Roche hits a fly ball to right. It struck well. Blythe is on the move, and he makes the catch off the right shoulder as he crosses onto the warning track, and the inning is over. First 3 up, 3 down inning for Day today. As we head to the fourth, 1-0 Coast, our score on Ballers Radio. Tristan Moore leads off for the Ballers against Jack Martin as we begin the fourth. 1-0 Coast. First pitch to Moore is a fastball outside for ball one. Moore, Winland, Leahy, 6-7-8, dude up against Martin. Right-hander winds and deals the 1-0. Morton hits a line drive into right, but right at the right fielder Pitts. He runs it down for the first downs. Well, I know a lot of you in the chat are wondering about the latest roster moves, and this is a good time to announce those moves that were made before the game today and are in effect for this week. So, Cam Buford was activated off the injured list. First pitch to Winland is a fastball at the knees for a called strike. He is active. He is not in the starting lineup, but there's a chance that he could come off the bench today, and we'll at some point see him in this series. 0-1. Winland pops it up foul. 0-2. The left-handed pitcher Tyler Bates was signed out of the Pecos League. He had been playing for the Trinidad Triggers in the Pecos League, played collegiately at Henderson State, and he is available out of the bullpen for today. 0-2 pitch. Winland takes in the dirt, 1-2. Christian Diaz, the former Ogden Raptor, has been signed. Former right-hander at Houston Christian. He debuted as a pro last year with the Washington Wild Things. He is active and available out of the pen for today. 1-2. Winland leaves it up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tristan Moore, as we've mentioned, has been signed. Rookie out of Point Loma Nazarene. And unfortunately, there are 3 guys that the Ballers had to release. 2-2. Winland takes inside with a fastball, 3-2. The right-handed pitchers Michael Riley and Jacob Petersheim were released, along with the outfielder Demias Jimerson. 3-2 pitch. Winland rolls it foul towards first. Still 3-2. So we certainly send our best to Michael, Jacob, and Demias for their contributions to the team this year, and we wish them well in their next opportunity, wherever that is. Hopefully with another pro ball team. 3-2. Winland hits it foul down the left field line. Riley, who was an early signing after that first week of the season and filled in as a long relief guy, a short relief guy, really wherever you needed him, he filled in. 3-2. Winland pops it up foul again over towards third. Started a couple of games in a pinch for Jimmy Diedrich. And Jimmy admitted that that was a tough one for him to think about. A lot of the guys respected Michael. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Winland goes after the changeup but misses. And Jack Martin has his 4th strikeout. 2 outs for Leahy. So Buford activated, Bates, Diaz, and Moore signed. As Leahy stands in. First pitch slider is cut on a miss for strike 1. Well, it's been the story of the season. Just trying to find the right arms for this staff. 0-1. Leahy's fastball misses out. Martin's fastball misses outside. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. And yes, it has been this rotating carousel to find effective pitchers. 1-1. Fastball is outside. 2 balls and a strike. And of course, I'm sure the coaching staff does not like to have to make those talks and those conversations as Leahy misses the breaking ball, 2-2. But when you've had shuffling of the bullpen and the rotation all season long, and it still hasn't gotten the success that you would have liked. You have to keep finding guys who could fill in and do the job, and the Ballers are still in that predicament. 2-2. Sliders outside, 3-2. 1-0 Long Beach, top of the fourth. 2 outs, base is empty. The full count pitch to Leahy is smacked to left center field. Corona rushes in, slides, and makes the catch. Leahy stung that ball hard into left center. Corona got a good jump, and he grabs it on a knee to end the inning. Bottom 4 coming up. 1-0 Coast, our score on Ballers Radio. Back here at Blair Field for the bottom of the fourth. It's 1-0 Coast. Cooper Vest, Emilio Corona, and Cuba Vest. The heart of the lineup for Long Beach, 3, 4, and 5 to face Hunter Day. Righties first is smacked on a line in the left for a base hit. Leadoff single brings up Corona to the plate. Hunter Day so far has worked pretty efficiently, just 47 pitches through the first 3 innings. 1 run on 2 hits allowed. 3 hits now, I guess, if you include this one. Hit by Vest. A strikeout. 1 walk for the righty. Here's Corona, who swings and fouls it off the glove of Calora for strike 1. Good turnout here in Long Beach for this first game of the week as part of their $2 Tuesdays promotion. These have been the best attended games when we've been down here. The pitch to Corona is lined over the leaping second baseman Leahy in the right center. Santos cuts it off, fires the ball back into the infield. Vest to second. Corona's got a base hit. And early traffic here in this fourth for Day. Try and maneuver. 2 on, nobody out for Cuba Vest. There was a terrific pregame performance by a high school cheerleading squad and a band, a pep band. Almost like a warm-up, a tune-up for the upcoming football season. First pitch to Best, the lefty on the way, is hit foul off to the left for strike 1. Cabrillo High School visiting Blair Field this evening. 0-1. Bess fouls it back into the screen, 0-2. Their colors are actually like Ballers' colors. Green and white, no gold that I see on the uniforms of the cheer squad. They're sitting up by the first base bleachers. Day holds 0-2. Bess cranks one to right. Blythe races back, and it's not coming back. It's a 3-run homer for Cuba Bess. He had a big series against the Ballers last week, and he picks up right where he left off. 17th homer of the year, puts Long Beach ahead 4-0. A 2-homer game for Bess on Thursday. And he's got a 3-run shot. 107 off the bat, 398 feet to right. First pitch to Jablonski is high and away for ball 1. And Day wanted him to go after that changeup. Unfortunately, he hung it. The pitch to Jablonski is lined foul into the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 3 runs on 3 hits to begin the 4th for the Coast. Day turns to 1-1. Slider inside. 2-1 on Jablonski. Jablonski struck out swinging first time around. The pitch is cut on a miss. Good changeup from Day, and it's 2-2. Easton Jones on deck. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fans him on a high heater. 2 strikeouts for Day, both against Jablonski. 1 out in the 4th for Easton Jones. Just a 2nd homer allowed by Day this year. Here's Jones, who takes a slider outside corner. Called a strike, going 1. A 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. On a fastball down the pipe. And Day again with an awkward landing after delivering the pitch. 0-2. 0-2. Sliders outside, 1-2. And what I mean by awkward, I guess, is just it's very ungraceful. Does not look smooth. 1-2. Slider low and away, taken for a ball. 2-2 on Jones, the rookie out of BYU, playing in just his 2nd pro game. A 300 hitter with the Cougars of BYU. 14 homers, 46 batted in. 2-2. Fouled back into the screen. Right, 4 years at BYU in the Big 12. 2-2. Fouled back again into the screen. Johnny Pappas on deck, 2-2. Fastball is high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He's 22 years of age. Day turns at 3-2. And that is fouled off the bar behind the plate. Looked like it connected just above the padding and hit the bar before ricocheting to the towards Long Beach's dugout. Full count pitch to Jones. 4-0 Coast, our score. The pitch is fouled off the hands and into the screen. Easton's dad, Mitch, was a 7th-round pick back in 2000 by the Yankees, and he made his debut with the Dodgers in 2009. From the windup, the 3-2. Fastball is on the outside corner for strike 3. Thought he had ball 4. Instead, Day paints the outside at 86 with the fastball, and it's his 3rd strikeout. 2 down for Pappas. First pitch is a fastball low for ball 1. One out. Sliders high. 2 balls, no strikes. 3-run home run by Bess has pushed Long Beach's lead to 4. On the windup, the 2-0. Fastball, that's a strike. At the top of the zone, 2-1. Pappas, who was coached by Troy Percival last year at Idaho Falls, 2-1. Fastball, low and outside, 3-1. He was retired coming into the year, but Long Beach needed a catcher after Thomas McCaffrey went down with a hand injury. And Troy Percival called his man, Pappas. Here's the pitch. It's lined sharply in the left for a hit. 2-out single for Pappas extends the inning. Here comes Robert Pitts. And right now, Pappas has received most of those reps with McCaffrey still out. It's a long-term injury for McCaffrey, and they just recently released Derek LaFerriere. First pitch to Pitts is a fastball knee-high for a strike, 0-1. So right now, Pappas and then David Whittle, those two receiving most of the reps. 0-1 from Day. Fastball on the outside, called strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Cuba Bess will receive some catching reps at times, but it's going to be mostly Pappas and Whittle behind the plate. 0-2. Pitts pops it up over towards first, and it goes out of play. This is Pitts' pro debut. Signed with Long Beach out of the midseason tryout in Yuba Sutter today. 0-2. Watch out, up and in with a fastball, 1-2. Former UC Riverside Highlander. One, two. Off the hands and foul down the first base line. Still 1-2. Of course, there's the connection with him and Troy Percival. Percival, who is the former head coach at UC Riverside. Chokes up on the bat, and he awaits the 1-2 from Day. And it's just outside with a slider. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Long Beach 4, Oakland nothing. Bottom of the 4th. And on first, 2 outs. 2-2. Hit on the ground sharply. The third, backhanded by Allgaier. Throws to first, on target, and in time to end the inning. 3 runs are scored by Long Beach on 4 hits. It's a 3-run homer by Cuba Bess to put Long Beach now in front by 4. 4-0 Coast as we head to the 5th on Ballers Radio. Top 5 here from Long Beach. I'm Gareth Kwok here for Ballers Radio. This week in Long Beach for 3 days before we come home to take on Boise over the weekend at Ramondi Park. First pitch from Martin is a breaking ball outside, ball 1 to Brendan O'Sullivan. It's 4-0 Coast, our score. O'Sullivan, Santos Calora, 1-0. O'Sullivan hits a high fly ball to left, struck well, Pelk on the move, and he makes the high backhanded catch as he runs into the wall. There's one away. Man, O'Sullivan put a charge into that ball to deep left center, and Eddie Pelk's range displayed out there in left center field. He's made a couple nice plays, flagging down fly balls in the gap. Robbed Calora of extra bases in the first. Here he robs O'Sullivan of extra bases in the fifth. First pitch to Santos is in the dirt for ball 1. As we take a look at our Pacific Pipe climb to the PBL standings, 3 teams remain undefeated in this second half, 1-0. Santos golfs one high into deep left center, but it hangs for Corona. Center fielder makes the catch in the alleyway. 2 down. Billings and Long Beach, the first half winners, off to 6-0 starts, and they remain red hot. Billings has won 11 in a row. Long Beach has won 10 in a row. And Modesto, a 6-0 start after completing a 3-game sweep of Yuba and Oakland. First pitch to Calora. Fastball is outside, ball 1. Boise and Missoula at 5-1, just a game back. Very top-heavy start to the second half. Here's a slider a bit inside to Calora. 2 balls, no strikes. Oakland is one of 3 winless teams in this second half, joining Yuba and Glacier. The pitch popped up towards third, but it will sail out of play into the playpen, where they have a few inflatables, a few inflatable games that the kids can run around and play with and interact with out there at third base. 2 balls and a strike on Calora. Martin deals, and Calora hits a soft line drive to the shortstop Roche, who makes the catch knee high. And Jack Martin has set down the last 7 in a row. Halfway home here on this Tuesday in Long Beach. It's 4-0 Coast on Ballers Radio. 4-0 Coast, last of the fifth. Hunter Day faces the Long Beach lineup for a third time as Pelk digs in, top of the lineup for Long Beach, and it's a breaking ball inside for ball one. 4-0 Coast, Pelk, Roche, and Vest. The windup and the pitch, and it's a ball inside, 2-0. Time now to chat with G and TP. Should this just be Chat G? Or should it be a Chat G and TP? Even though TP is with me in spirit. 3-0 as he misses outside. Today I learned on this Tuesday, July the 21st, that today is National Junk Food Day. 3-0. There's a strike down the middle. It's 3-1 on Pelk. National Junk Food Day on July 21st. There's ball four up and away to Pelk. He's on base for a second time. Second walk issued by Day. And here is Roche. So I guess what I'd like to know, what is your favorite junk food or guilty pleasure? If you're tuning in on the Home Team Network, or if you're tuning in on our YouTube channel, feel free to type in the chat. Or again, if you're on the Home Team Network, make your way over to our YouTube channel to put your answer in the chat. 1 ball, no strikes on Roche after the ball outside. Today is National Junk Food Day, July the 21st. So what is your favorite junk food? Pitch to Roche is a fastball on the inside corner for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. I got to do some thinking here because there's multiple options for me. 1-1. Roche takes a strike at the knees, 1-2. Because I love cookies. I mean, I love a good chocolate chip cookie or a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie. 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, don't forget about ginger snaps and snickerdoodles. But if I were really to pick one junk food that I like the most, I think I'd go ice cream. Here's the 2-2. You'll have to wait. Here's a spin throw to first to check on Pelk. I think ice cream takes the cake for me. There's nothing like a good scoop of ice cream on a hot summer day. 2-2. Down to third, fielded by Allgaier. Throws a second for 1 out. Leahy's turned to first in the dirt, and it's dug out by Ibarra for a double play. Nicely turned by the infield. Allgaier to Leahy to Ibarra. 5-4-3. 2 outs now for Cooper Vest. I'm a sucker for coffee ice cream. It used to be chocolate when I was younger. Then it became cookies and cream when I became like a teenager. But now I think I like coffee. First pitch to Vest is off the end of the bat, fouled back for strike 1. More specifically, coffee chip ice cream. Like, it's got the coffee flavor and then a couple of chips in there, chocolate chips. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. 0-1. Breaking ball is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mass Pectrician, says, I pretty much like all potato chips. Ball 2 is outside, 2-1 the count. Oh, how can I forget about potato chips? I think, like kettle chips specifically for me. This has popped up foul out of play, 2-2. I think barbecue kettle chips would be maybe second or third on my list. Specifically barbecue. No, barbecue and jalapeno. Kettle chips. 2-2. Vest bounces it, just foul down the first base line because it just has the right amount of texture and crunch to really hit the the satisfactory note. Melinda says Cheetos. Oh, man, Cheetos are amazing. 2-2. Up the middle on the ground in the right center for a base hit. Second hit of the day for Vest brings up Corona, the center fielder. I like the Cheeto Puffs. That might be a hot take. I like the Cheeto Puffs more than the actual Cheetos. Kat Christian has two different types. Sugary, she says cookies. And then salty cheddar and sour cream chips. Are we talking like Pringles or Lay's? I love a good sour cream Pringles chip. At the park, she says kettle corn. For DC Mo, how's it going? I really like potato chips. Here's a fly ball struck in the right center field. That's down for extra bases off the bat of Corona. Vest on the move. He touches third. He's coming home. He will score. The throw goes into third. It's a triple. An RBI triple for Emilio Corona to make it now 5-0 Coast. He got a first pitch heater, blasted it into right center to split the gap. And Aaron Miles is walking to the mound, and he's going to make a pitching change. So Day comes 1 out shy of completing 5 innings. And with lefty Best coming up, Aaron Miles will turn to a lefty, which we will introduce after the break. It's 5-0 Coast here on Ballers Radio. Bottom 5, Long Beach leads by 5. It's 5-0 Coast. 2 outs, man on third. And Oakland dips into its pen for the first time tonight. And it's the newest reliever, the newest left-handed reliever, Tyler Bates, who takes over for Hunter Day. Day's line is not final just yet, but he goes 4 2/3 innings. Gives up 5 runs on 8 hits with 2 walks and 3 strikeouts, and he's responsible for Corona at third. Bates, a 23-year-old from Bryant, Arkansas. The left-hander faces Cuba Best, the lefty. First pitch is a breaking ball high for ball 1. Rookie out of Henderson State, just signed with the team today out of the Pecos League. Belt high set, the lefty's 1-0. Is a fastball high, 2 balls, no strikes. He was named a Pecos League All-Star with the Trinidad Triggers in Trinidad, Colorado. On the third base side of the rubber, 2-0. Best fouls it down the left field line, 2-1. Best at a 3-run homer back in the 4th. His team leading 17th of the year. The 2-1 from Bates is a breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Calora, and it's 3-1. He pitched collegiately at Henderson State for the past 2 years. Here's the 3-1. Best takes a fastball on the low outside corner for a called strike 2. Trying to get a strikeout here and keep it a 5-run deficit for Oakland. The payoff pitch to Bess is swung on and lined in the shallow left, and it drops for a base hit. In to score is Corona. Cuba Bess has driven in 4 today. And Long Beach now leads by 6. It's 6-0 Coast. I mean, that's not a bad pitch from Bates. A fastball on the outside. But Bess flicks it in the shallow left. He's got 4 runs batted in. 2 runs on 3 hits in this frame. Here's Jablonski batting from the right side now. And the first pitch heater misses low for ball 1. Well, we've talked about Henderson State a couple times because Modesto had the right-hander Dawson Goins, a Henderson State product. The 1-0. Breaking ball at the top of the zone, called a strike. 1-1. Henderson State is a Division II school in Philadelphia, Arkansas. 1-1. Jablonski takes a fastball inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls and 1 strike. Population of about 10,000 in Arkadelphia. 2-1. Jablonski rolls it foul down the third base line, 2-2. And from his hometown of Bryant, it's only a 50-mile drive southwest. So got to pitch for his hometown school last 2 years. 2-2. Jablonski grounds it to short, fielded by O'Sullivan. He fires to first in time, and the inning is over. Long Beach scores 2 more on 3 hits, and it's now a 6-0 lead for the Coast as we head to the 6th here on Ballers Radio. Top six on this Tuesday night from Long Beach. It's the Coast 6 and the Ballers nothing in this series opener. First pitch from the new lefty, Jake Dixon, is a fastball outside for ball one to Jake Allgaier. Allgaier, the switch hitter, now batting from the right side against the lefty Dixon. 1-0 on Allgaier. Here's the pitch. Allgaier takes a strike on the outside, 1-1. Final line for the starter, Martin. 5 innings, no runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. He's in line for the win. 1-1. Allgaier sends a fly ball down the right field line into the corner. Long run for Pitts. He overran it, slips, and it bounces to the bottom of the wall. And that allows Allgaier to reach second base on what will be called a double. That was a long path for Pitts to the right field corner, and he simply just overran it. Realized it too late before slipping on the dirt while trying to plant the feet. Allgaier's got a double to begin the 6th inning. Here is Ibarra now. Left on left matchup here. And the opening offering will wait as Dixon delivers an inside move to force Allgaier back to the bag. Ibarra has reached base twice via a single and an intentional walk. First pitch, fastball is called a strike on the outside. 0-1. Dixon, the frequently used lefty, comes set at the chest. And left-hander's 0-1 is taken on the outside for a strike. 0-2. So that's the first scoreless start delivered by Martin against the Ballers this season. In his 5th start. 0-2. Ibarra chases a breaking ball in the dirt, and he gets tagged out by the catcher Pappas on the drop third strike. There's one away. Wow. Don't see Jeter go after breaking balls like that, nor do you see him fooled like that. 1 out for Blythe. It's also the first true scoreless start for Martin. First pitch to Blythe is lined sharply into right. Pitts got a good read, and he makes the catch chest high for out number 2. He gave up 1 unearned run back on June 4th against Red Pocket, but this is the first start where he is not allowed a run of any sort, Jack Martin. Just did a really nice job filling up the strike zone. Induced plenty of swing and miss as well. Here's Tristan Moore, the left fielder. First pitch is a fastball low for ball 1. Coast 6, Ballers nothing. Bottom 6. Top 6. Allgaier holds his lead at second. 1-0. Fastball is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Dixon, 26 years of age, from Clovis, California. 6'4", 210 pounds. He was on that Idaho Falls runner-up team with Troy Percival last year. Lefties 2-0. Moore stares at a fastball for a strike, 2-1. It's a bit of a funky delivery from Dixon. A long arm action. A lot of moving parts when he eventually throws the baseball. 2-1. Moore takes low and away. 3 balls and a strike. Moore in his pro debut is 0 for 2. Struck out swinging and lined out to right. Dixon holds, and he comes home. And Moore takes outside, ball 4. 2-out walk brings up Winland, and Winland's not going to hit. Cam Buford will pinch hit for Winland. It was going to be a lefty on lefty matchup. So Buford will pinch hit. It'll be his first at bat back since being activated off the injured list. Buford had been dealing with a bit of a knee issue. Before that, the shoulder was recovering from earlier in the year. So he did not travel with the team. Last time we were in Long Beach, just took the time to recover. Recover to full health, and here he is in a big spot, trying to break the shutout bid from Long Beach. First pitch is a fastball knee high for a called strike 1. This season, Cam is batting .268, 6 home runs, 24 batted in. Allgaier at second, Moore at first, 0-1. Inside, nearly hits Buford with a heater. 1 ball and 1 strike. '25th appearance for Dixon, 6.07 ERA. Southpaw delivers a 2-0. And Buford swings and misses. Excuse me, that was a 1-1 pitch. Now it's 1-2. Likely just a one and done at bat for Buford here in the DH spot. Dixon's ready, the 1-2. Buford chops it to third, right at Jones, and he steps on the bag to end the inning. A hit, a walk, they're left stranded, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Long Beach 6, Oakland nothing here on Ballers Radio. Bottom 6, Long Beach up to bat. They will face a new arm out of the pen for Oakland. And another Ballers reliever making his debut. It's Christian Diaz who deals the first pitch, and it's a fastball on the outside for a called strike 1. Diaz, a former Ogden Raptor, signed with the team today. 26 years of age from Houston. The pitch is a breaking ball outside. 1-1 on Easton Jones, the rookie. Diaz stands at 6'1", 185 pounds. Second-year pro, delivers a 1-1. And it's a fastball outside. 2 balls and a strike. He pitched in only 6 games for the Raptors after signing with the team in April. Jones awaits the 2-1, and he fouls it back behind the plate. 2-2. Got off to a slow start. ERA was over 12 in 8 innings before he was placed on the injured list on June 2nd. He holds at the belt. The righty's 2-2. Is a check swing foul. Might have been off the knob of the bat or the inside part of the bat. And it rolled towards first. Still 2-2. 6-0 Long Beach our score. 2-2 from Diaz. Is a little high with a fastball. 3-2. He was placed on the injured list on June 2nd and then never appeared again for the team after being activated. Full count pitch. Fastball is in there on the outside for a called strike 3. Jones is not going to challenge. And Christian Diaz, in his first batter faced, has a strikeout. 1 away for Pappas. So this is Diaz's first appearance since May 31st against Missoula. First pitch to Pappas. Fastball outside corner, called strike 1. You think he's raring to go? After lots of time off for the right-hander. 0-1. Breaking ball fouled back into the screen, 0-2. He said he flew in from his hometown of Houston today, as did Tyler Bates. Bates flew in from Oklahoma City, 0-2. Wow, that was a very late time called by, was it the batter or the catcher? It had to have been the batter. Diaz was into his motion before the home plate umpire, Joe Shields, threw up the hands and issued timeout. Oh, that was really, really late. So 0-2 on Pappas. Here's the pitch. Check swing fastball on the appeal. No, says Scott Ginger at first. 1-2. Debuted professionally last year with the Washington Wild Things in the Frontier League. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. There's that slider from Diaz. And there's 2 away. Already a good impression. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Robert Pitts. He's got a fastball, cutter, slider, and changeup. 4-pitch mix for the righty. Pitts in his pro debut is 0-2 with a pair of grounders. First pitch is hit hard on the ground, but right at the second baseman, Leahy, and he throws out Pitts to end the inning. Nice work from the righty Diaz in his Ballers debut. A 1-2-3-6 with 2 strikeouts. Ballers need to wake up the bats. They trail by 6 as we head to the 7th on Ballers Radio. Top 7 here from Long Beach, just about twilight hour here in Southern California as Nick Leahy leads off for the Ballers. Oakland down by 6. It's 6-0 here in the 7th. First pitch to Leahy is a fastball outside from Jake Dixon. 1-0 on Leahy. He is followed by O'Sullivan and Santos, the 8, 9, and 1 batters for the Ballers against the Southpaw. Lefties 1-0 is dribbled softly foul down the third base line. 1 ball and 1 strike. I understand some of you in the chat that have been tuning in and tuning out are hoping to get up to speed on the latest roster moves that occurred before the game today. 1-1 is lined foul down the right field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So once again, the moves that were made before the game today: Cam Buford activated off the injured list. The left-handed pitcher Tyler Bates was signed out of the Pecos League. The Trinidad Triggers was his former team. 1-2 from Dixon. Leahy takes a fastball belt high for a called strike 3. Bates, a rookie out of Henderson State in Arkansas. He made his debut earlier in the game by facing 2 batters and getting 1 out. Christian Diaz, who we've mentioned, pitched a 1-2-3 6th. He was signed today before the game, formerly with the Ogden Raptors. First pitch to O'Sullivan is grounded softly to second. Diving stop by Jablonski. His throw to first is not in time. Great effort from Jablonski to lay out on that ground ball deep in the hole. Dove to his left to stop that ball from reaching the outfield, but his throw on a bounce to first was late. 1 out, man on first. O'Sullivan with his second hit. And here's Santos. So Diaz, a former Ogden Raptor, he was signed. The outfielder Tristan Moore, rookie out of Point Loma Nazarene, he was signed today. He's been in the starting lineup, and he is 0 for 2 with the walk so far. And a couple pitchers were subsequently released. Michael Riley and Jacob Petersheim, the righties, were released, and the outfielder Demias Jemerson was released. Here's Santos. First pitch to Isai is a fastball knee-high for a called strike 1. And in case people missed it from Sunday, Tyler announced that Tremaine Cobb has been placed on the injured list, retroactive to Friday. 0-1. Santos lays off a slider outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. So he's on the 10-day injured list. Will not be available this week. The earliest he could be activated is that Tuesday against Yuba Sutter. Here's the pitch, grounded foul down the first base line, 1-2. Because the 10th day would be a Monday off day, the 27th. So then he could come back for the 28th when we are up in Yuba for the first time this season. 1-2 pitch. Got him. Strike 3. As Santos can't help but chase the slider low and away. 2 outs for Jaden Calora. I'll tell you what, it's not really saying anything groundbreaking, but it's just a different team without Trey Cobb in the lineup. First pitch to Calora is in the dirt, blocked nicely by Pappas. O'Sullivan holds at first, 1-0. Trey is just such a game changer with his bat, glove, and speed. And it's just a different team, different dynamic when he is in the lineup and not in the lineup. 1-0. Glora hits a line drive to the third baseman, Jones, who makes the catch chest high, and the inning is over. Dixon has thrown 2 scoreless innings of relief. Time to stretch. It's our Planet Fitness 7th inning stretch when we come back. 6-0 Coast, our score on Ballers Radio. It's a Planet Fitness 7th inning stretch. Your 7th inning stretch brought to you by Planet Fitness. First pitch to Pelk is popped up over towards third. It lands on top of the awning for a foul ball, strike one. 0-1 to Pelk with Long Beach ahead by 6. 6-0 Coast. Bottom of the 7th, Christian Diaz pitched a 1-2-3 6th with 2 strikeouts. He's back out for the 7th. 0-1. Low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pelk is 1 for 2, a double and a run scored in the first. 1-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball at the knees. It's 1-2. We left yesterday at about 6 a.m. A very quick, I shouldn't say really quick, but it felt faster than about 5.5 hours or so. Here's a ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. By the time we got to the hotel here in Long Beach, it was about 1 o'clock. We did take a 1-hour stop for lunch. That was at about 10:30. 2-2. Pelk swings and misses at a changeup for strike 3. 3 strikeouts through the first 4 batters faced by Christian Diaz. 1 away for Patrick Roche. Most of us had gone back to sleep on the bus, and I must say, I slept pretty well, all things considered. Here's Roche. He takes a fastball outside, ball 1. I think that's something I've just developed over my time. I mean, you just have to. If you're going to be on the bus half the time. 1-0. Fastball low and outside, called a strike. 1-1. Just being able to fall asleep on the bus. And I tell you what, there's something about sleeping on the bus that makes it easier for me to fall asleep than falling asleep on a airplane. Here's a breaking ball outside. 2 balls in the strike. I mean, it's a different animal. Being on the plane versus being on the bus. 2-1. Fastball is outside. 3 balls in the strike. I don't know how anyone feels, but I personally like bus rides and train rides more so than plane rides, even when you consider the speed factor. 3-1 pitch, fastball outside, ball 4. 1 out walk, here comes Vest. I guess on the plane, it's just battling turbulence, and I think just the seats are not as comfy on the planes, not as much leg room. First pitch to Vest is a breaking ball high, ball 1. And it's just like the movements of the bus, just kind of like the up and down gradual movement. 1-0. Fastball high. Oh, excuse me, called a strike. 1-1. I don't know, it just allows me to fall asleep easier than on a plane where the turbulence is just a little more aggressive. 1-1. Fastball is outside. 2 balls and a strike. The wave has officially started here in Long Beach. 2-1. Vest hooks it foul down the right field line. 2-2. I like a good bus ride. I like a good train ride because it's always scenic for the most part. There has to be at least some scenic aspect to the ride in some capacity, whether it's we're going through Modesto or coming down to Long Beach. 2-2. Vest pops it up behind the plate. Calora removes the mask and watches it land foul into the stands. And on the bounce, it's picked up by a gentleman wearing a blue cap. He's wearing a chain. And he appears to be pretty darn happy. 6-0 Coast. Bottom of the 7th, 1 out, runner on first. Diaz delivers a 2-2. Vest pops it up again. Out of play towards third. And our bus driver, I believe, took a bit of a detour to get us to our hotel yesterday. 2-2. Outside with a changeup. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Because we did not, I think we might have bypassed the 405. 3-2. Vest pops it up again, out of play. Yeah, I think we bypassed the 405 and went down 110. 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 4 strikeouts in relief for Christian Diaz as he wins the battle against Cooper Vest. And that will likely be it for Diaz with his pitch count continuing to climb. Or maybe not. Is this a pitching change or not a pitching change? No, it's just a mound visit from Aaron to Diaz. Aaron just whisked away the rest of the infield. He said, I just want to talk with Diaz one-on-one. Maybe just a check-in on how he's doing. Because up to this point, he's pitched quite well in his debut. 30 pitches. An inning and 2/3, 4 strikeouts, no runs. So Corona comes up to the plate. 2 for 3 with a single and a RBI triple. You don't typically see Aaron just have one-on-one conversations with the pitchers only, unless he's making a change. Here's a fastball inside for ball 1. Or I should say, you just typically don't see Aaron make one-on-one visits with the pitcher exclusively. 1-0. Corona takes a fastball low. 2 balls, no strikes. If I had to guess, it was just a check-in conversation. Maybe to give the bullpen a little bit of time too for someone in the 8th. Spin throw to first. Back in standing is Roche. Six runs, 9 hits, no errors for Long Beach. They lead 6-0 in the 7th. 2-0. Corona takes in the dirt. Ball skips away from Calora to his left. And the wild pitch allows Roche to advance to second. Three of the Corona. Fastball in there on the inside for a strike. 3-1. A look at second, the 3-1. Line foul down the right field line. Full count. Best, the first baseman, waits on deck. Game 1 of a 3-game set down here in Long Beach. We'll be back tomorrow at 6:35. Tomorrow and Thursday, first pitch scheduled for 6:35. 3-2. Corona bounces it hard up the middle in the center, a base hit. Roche rounds third. He comes in and scores as Santos bobbles the ball in center. Second run batted in. Third hit for Emilio Corona. And it's now a 7-0 Long Beach lead, and that will be it for Diaz today. Aaron Miles this time points to the bullpen. They'll make the change. And it'll be the third reliever for Oakland today when we come back. 7-0 Coast here on Ballers Radio. Bottom 7, it's Long Beach 7, Oakland nothing. As the Coast have scored a run on 1 hit a walk and a pass ball, excuse me. That was the official ruling, not a wild pitch. So Christian Diaz departs. He did really well in his debut. An inning and 2/3, just 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts in his Ballers debut. Villar tosses to first to check on Corona. It's the left-hander Jake Villar who comes in for the Ballers to try and get Cuba Bess, the lefty first baseman. 22-year-old from Santa Clarita out of UC San Diego. And Villar is appearing for a 10th time this year. First pitch to Bess from the southpaw is a breaking ball high, ball 1. 7 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks for Villar. 1-0. Breaking ball misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. Bess has driven in 4. A 3-run homer in the 4th, an RBI single in the 5th. 2-0. Fastball is low. 3 balls and no strikes. Villar is a pen today for Oakland. A look at first. 3-0. And the fastball misses outside for ball 4. Pitched him very carefully there. And it brings up Jablonski now with 2 down. Jablonski's 0 for 3. 2 strikeouts and a ground ball. First pitch is bounced to short, fielded by O'Sullivan. He throws to first in time, and the inning is over. Long Beach scores its 7th run of the night on 1 hit and a walk, on 2 walks, excuse me. 8th inning coming up. Ballers trail by 7. It's 7-0. Allgaier, Ibarra, and Blythe coming up when we return on Ballers Radio.
Pitching for you is number 23, Ryan Fox.
Jake Allgaier will lead off the 8th for the Ballers, as Oakland has been shut out through the first 7 innings of this game. 7-0 Coast, our score. It's Allgaier, Ibarra, and Blythe to face a new right-hander, Ryan Fox, for Long Beach. After 2 innings of scoreless relief from Jake Dixon. The music was still running by the time Fox was about to deliver the pitch. So now it's been turned off. And Allgaier can stand in. First pitch from the righty is a fastball belt high for a called strike 1. Time now to look at our out-of-town scores on this Tuesday, July the 21st, as we begin the second week of the second half. 0-1. Allgaier takes a cutter on the outside for strike 2. Great Falls defeats Ogden 9-7. Glacier grabs its first win of the second half, and they end Billings' 11-game win streak. A 6-4 win for the Range Riders over the Mustangs. Missoula holds a 4-3 lead on Idaho Falls in the bottom of the 6th. And Yuba Sutter holds an 8-0 lead on Boise in the bottom of the 5th. Fastball is inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Allgaier. So Glacier no longer winless. Yuba Sutter, 8-0 lead. They can hold that. They will no longer be winless. Here's a breaking ball low and outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Modesto leads Red Pocket 4-2. And that game is in the bottom of the 5th. Those are your scores on this Tuesday. 2-2 to Allgaier. Fastball high and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He's 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the first, and then he doubled in the 6th on the ball that Robert Pitts overran to right. Payoff pitch. Popped up. Shallow left. Pelk rushes in, loses the cap, makes the catch. 1 away for Ibarra. Fox is a 24-year-old from Rancho Santa Margarita, California. 6'3", 190-pounder. Also on that Idaho Falls squad from a year ago. First pitch to Ibarra is laced to left. Hit well. Pelk is back, and he makes the catch shy of the track. Boy, Ibarra, anytime he makes contact, it is loud. But that time, lands in the glove of Pelk in deep left. So 2 outs for Noah Blythe here in the 8th. First pitch to Blythe is a fastball on the outside for a called strike 1. Oh for 3 today. The pitch. Blowing outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch is taken low. 2 balls and a strike on Blythe. More family members in attendance for the Southern California native. Grandpa in attendance. 2-1. In the dirt, and it skips to the backstop. 3 balls and a strike. Three-1 from Fox is a outside fastball for a called strike 2. 3-2. Tristan Moore on deck. 3-2. Blythe takes strike 3 at the knees, and the inning is over. A perfect 8th for Fox. Bottom 8 coming up It's 7-0 Coast here on Ballers Radio. It's a call to the bullpen for Oakland in the bottom of the 8th. Long Beach leads 7-0. And it's the 4th reliever tonight. The Fremont native from Stanislaus State, Austin Ballantyne, takes over for his third appearance out of the bullpen this year. Easton Jones, the third baseman, leads off. And the first pitch from the right-hander, Ballantyne, is a fastball low for ball 1. Ballantyne from Stanislaus State wrapped up his career there at the Division II level. 1-0. Swing and a miss on the fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's take a look at our AC Transit Road to the Show. I must say we neglected to update you all on our former ballers. Here's a chopper to third off the bat of Jones, collected by Allgaier, and he throws him out for the first out of the 8th. With the All-Star break, there wasn't really anything to report on last week, but then we neglected to update you all over the weekend. So we'll be back on the routine. And only one update from Single A Fredericksburg. Last year's right-handed reliever Adam Bogosian got the start for Fredericksburg today. First pitch is low for ball 1. He was an opener for the Frednats today, pitched an inning, but gave up a home run with 2 outs, and he gave up a walk. The pitch misses outside, 2 balls, no strikes. And unfortunately, he would pick up the loss. His first Single A loss with Fredericksburg. The pitch is a fastball outside. 3 balls, no strikes to Johnny Pappas. So Bogo, we loved last year, promoted from rookie ball to Single A, 3-0. Fastball is outside for ball 4. One out walk, here comes Pitts. It'd be nice if my our press box Wi-Fi was cooperating here, so I could pull up his numbers here at single A. First pitch to Pitts. Hits the knob of the bat, and it rolls foul. No balls and a strike. Valentine set at the belt, throws, and it's a slider inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Currently, he holds a 1.8 ERA in single A on 1. Fouled off the catcher, Calora, 1-2, which I was pretty surprised that he was in rookie ball for that long, considering the success he was having. Same with Noah Milliken, who was a terrific starter for the Ballers last year. Like, how many rookie ball appearances do they need to prove themselves before they get promoted? 1-2. Pitts lays off on a slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 from Valentine. Way outside with a fastball. It's 3-2. So far, 3 appearances, 1 start, a 1.8 ERA for Bogo in 5 innings. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. The pitch. Pitts rolls it softly up the middle. O'Sullivan steps on second, throws to first, and it's in time for an inning-ending double play. Ballers down to their final 3 outs, hoping to at least avoid being shut out on this Tuesday. It is 7-0 Coast as we head to the 9th here on Ballers Radio. Well, the Ballers are in danger of being shut out for the first time this season. 7-0 Coast, top of the 9th. Ryan Fox still in the ball game. And the first pitch to Tristan Moore, the left fielder, is a fastball down the middle for a called strike 1. Moore, Winland, and Leahy, the 6, 7, 8 batters, dude up against Fox. The right-hander's 0-1 is bounced weakly to second. Jablonski charges, lobs it to first, and there's 1 away. It has been utter dominance by the Long Beach staff today. Just 5 hits allowed only one walk. Jack Martin threw 5 scoreless innings, allowed just 4 base runners. Jake Dixon, 2 scoreless innings of relief with 3 strikeouts. Here's Winland, and he lines a first pitch foul down the third base line for strike 1. And now Fox trying to close things out with 2 innings of scoreless relief to complete a shutout here for the Coast. 0-1 to Winland. Swing and a miss on the fastball. 0-2. A win for Long Beach. And it would be their ninth consecutive win against the Ballers. 0-2. Fastball inside. Challenge called by Pappas.
After review, the pitch has been confirmed a ball.
Confirmed a ball just inside. That's only the 3rd challenge used by either team today. It's been a relatively well-called game by the home plate umpire, Joe Swells. And here's a swing and a miss on the changeup for strike 3. Joe Shields, excuse me. Two outs. Ballers down to their final outs on this Tuesday. And here's Leahy. The road woes have continued. First pitch to Leahy. He takes a fastball on the outside for a strike. Leahy wanted to use a challenge. I mean, they have one left, but he's not going to use it. No balls and a strike. The pitch is fouled back into the screen. Oh, the Michael Jackson references for Nick Leahy. And Fox is 1 strike away from clinching game 1. He's at the belt high set. Lifts the leg. And here's the 0-2. Fouled off down the right field line. Game 2 tomorrow at 6:35. We'll go live at 6:15 with the Ballers pregame show. Fox is ready. 0-2. Watch out. Fastball nearly hits Leahy up and in. 1-2. Just 5 hits today for the Ballers. 1-2. Leahy fouls it off again towards the first base side. Fox is ready. 1-2. Leahy stays alive again as he fouls it off towards first. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. The 1-2. Leahy takes high with the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sullivan on deck. 2-2. Leahy hits a hard ground ball into left field for a base hit. So the game will be extended by at least one more batter. And it's Brendan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan has been a nice surprise this month. It's been his best month yet as a pro. And he's 2 for 3 today. with a pair of singles. First pitch from Fox is a fastball high. Oh, excuse me, called a strike. That was a late call from Joe Shields behind the plate. 0-1. The pitch way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Pleasanton native went to Amador Valley High School. 1-1. Fastball paints the bottom of the strike zone for a strike 2. Or did he call it a ball? Oh, he called it a ball. 2-1. A strike via TrackMan. So 2-1. Fastball. Wow, that time that looked low. Joe Shields called that a strike, and we have a challenge. Confirmed a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2. The pitch misses outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes now on O'Sullivan. Leahy will get a head start, 3-2. Fox comes home, and O'Sullivan pops it up. The catcher Pappas races out. Third baseman Jones makes the catch in foul ground, and the ball game is over. Long Beach continues its dominance here in this second half and against the Ballers. It's Long Beach's 11th straight win. They're now 7-0 to start the second half. And that is now their 13th win against the Coast in 16 games. Their 13th win against the Ballers in 16 games against the Ballers. First time Oakland's been shut out this year. The final score, Long Beach 7, Oakland nothing. Ballers postgame show is coming up after this on Ballers Radio. Welcome back to Blair Field here in Long Beach, where game one of this 3-game road series belongs to. The Ballers are shut out for the first time this season by a final score of 7-0. Oakland remains winless in this second half, now 0-7, 22-33 overall. Long Beach, meanwhile, improves its win streak to 11 consecutive games. They are now 25-3, which is just a remarkable record here at home. 7-0 in this second half, and they are now 44-11 overall. This is the Ballers postgame show. Gareth Kwok on hand. And simply put, just another dominant performance by Long Beach. You felt like at the end of that series last week in Long Beach, where the Ballers fell in a 3-hour, 55-minute marathon game, that the Ballers had a good chance to win that game. It was a very even fight, a dogfight, if you will, through the first 7.5 innings before eventually Long Beach came across and came out on top in that bottom of the 8th. But today, there was no even battle. Long Beach was a better team behind its pitching. Jack Martin today, with his first scoreless start of the year, 5 scoreless innings, 3 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts for the starting right-hander, who was making his 5th start against the Ballers, and it looked like his best between his sharp command, his sharp stuff, and he remains undefeated, 6-0 record now for Martin. Hunter Day was a starter for the Ballers, and he didn't do bad through the first 3 innings, gave up 1 run on 2 hits, but the 4th was where things got troublesome. Gave up a couple of singles to Cooper Vest and Emilio Corona, and on a 3-2 pitch to Cuba Best, he hung a changeup, and Best didn't miss it. A 3-run homer to right, a 3-run inning for the Coast that put them ahead 4-0. Day would give up 2 more runs in the 5th after a walk and a double play, a 2-out single from Vest, and then a triple from Emilio Corona knocked him out of the game. Day's final line today, 4 2/3 innings, 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And Cuba Best singled home Corona, the next batter, against the lefty Tyler Bates, who was making his Ballers debut. And that made it a 6-0 Long Beach lead through 5. Our Proposition Chicken player of the game, we're going to give it to the new righty Christian Diaz, who was brought in from the Ogden Raptors after Ogden released him a couple of days ago. And he, I thought, was very sharp. 1 2/3 innings, gave up 1 unearned run on 1 hit with 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. His stuff looked really good. Fastball sat in the low 90s, good slider, good cutter, and certainly a performance, a good first impression for this coaching staff that's looking for arms at this point. He's your Proposition Chicken player of the game. And the Ballers today just could not come up with any hits with runners in scoring position. It's been a tough start to this second half with runners in scoring position for the Ballers. Coming into the game, batting just around 220, 230 with runners in scoring position. And that did not improve today, as Long Beach shuts out Oakland for the first time this season. Final score, Long Beach 7, Oakland nothing. The final totals today, Oakland, no runs, 6 hits, no errors. They stranded 9 on base. For Long Beach, 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They stranded 5 on base. Jack Martin is the winning pitcher, now 6-0. Hunter Day, the losing pitcher, at 0-3. In a game that lasted 2 hours and 33 minutes here from Blair Field. We will take a look at some scores one last time when the Ballers postgame show continues right after this here on Ballers Radio. Back here on the Ballers post-game show as Oakland is shut out for the first time this season. A 7-0 loss to the Coast on this Tuesday. One last look at scores around the Pioneer League. The Great Falls Voyagers take down the Ogden Raptors 9-7. Glacier ends Billings' 10-game win streak with a 6-4 victory over the Mustangs, and they are no longer winless in the second half. First win for the Range Riders in the second half. Idaho Falls leads 6-4 on Missoula from Idaho Falls. Yuba Sutter leads 9-0 against Boise in the bottom of the seventh. So they're on the verge of no longer remaining winless. And last but not least, the Modesto Roadsters lead 6-2 on the Red Pocket Mobiles in the bottom of the sixth. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow night's matchup. The Ballers' quest for a first win in the second half will continue tomorrow night at 6:35. The left-hander Reed Butts is scheduled to throw for the Ballers. He'll make his second start since rejoining the team last week. And I think he will likely go against the right-hander Cole Percival for Long Beach, Troy Percival's son. So it'll be Butts versus Percival tomorrow night at 6:35. The Ballers still hoping to grab their first win of this second half. First pitch at 6:35. We'll go live at 6:15 with the Ballers pregame show right here on our YouTube channel and on the Home Team Network. Hope you can tune in then. But until then, that's going to do things for us here from Blair Field. For Tyler Peterson, I'm Gareth Kwok saying so long. Final score again, Long Beach 7, Oakland 0. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. We'll talk to you all tomorrow. Until then, so long, everybody.